After tying Lisa back to the bed, the intruder still wasn't satisfied. To completely break her resistance, another painful punishment was inflicted on her husband. This time, Lisa finally stopped fighting. She knew that if she pushed any further, her husband might not survive. Satisfied with the result, the intruder left the bedroom and wandered into the living room. There, a collection of old family videos caught their attention, but the more they watched, the stranger things became. The recordings revealed that Lisa's husband wasn't the loving family man he appeared to be. In fact, he often treated her poorly and had a history of abusive behavior. Then, an unexpected text message arrived on his phone. Curious, the intruder checked it and was shocked to discover messages from Lisa's best friend. The evidence suggested the husband had been secretly involved with her behind Lisa's back. For the first time, the intruder's attitude began to change. Instead of seeing Lisa as a victim of circumstance, they started seeing her as someone who had been deeply wronged. Furious at what they had discovered, the intruder decided the husband deserved far less sympathy than before. Later, the intruder entered the bathroom and continued tormenting the helpless man, while Lisa could do nothing but listen. The next morning, Lisa woke up expecting another nightmare. Strangely, the intruder was nowhere to be seen. She rushed to check on her husband and was devastated by his condition. Through tears, she promised she would never cooperate with the intruder's twisted demands again. Unfortunately, her husband no longer trusted anything. Before long, footsteps echoed through the house. Panicking, Lisa rushed back to the bedroom and pretended to be asleep. Moments later, the intruder entered carrying a surprisingly elaborate breakfast and gently placed it beside the bed. The sudden kindness felt almost more unsettling than the violence. Throughout the day, the intruder cooked, cleaned, and even began asking questions about Lisa's marriage. Eventually, the conversation shifted toward a tragedy from the past. Years earlier, the couple had lost their daughter in a terrible accident. The memory still haunted Lisa every single day. As she described the pain and guilt she carried, the intruder listened quietly and even offered words of comfort. For a brief moment, it almost felt as though they were having a normal conversation, but Lisa hadn't given up on escaping. Whenever the intruder wasn't looking, she searched the house for anything that might help her fight back. Every opportunity felt like her last chance. As evening approached, the intruder announced that this would be their final night together and began preparing an elaborate candlelit dinner. Lisa forced herself to play along. She smiled. She helped set the table. She acted friendlier than ever before, all while secretly planning her next move. Finally, when the intruder's attention drifted elsewhere, Lisa made her move and tampered with a drink sitting on the table. What she didn't realize was that the intruder had already seen everything, but instead of reacting immediately, they simply sat down and smiled. For reasons Lisa couldn't understand, the intruder seemed determined to preserve the illusion of a perfect evening for just a little longer.